This is live.
All right, we're live now. Hello, food freedom fighters. I decided to bring on a special guest for you guys today. She's like one of my besties, but she's also an expert in sugar repair. Her name is Kes, the famous Kes. She is a health and wellness coach, an expert on nutrition, and she does dental hygiene on the side. So I'm going to let her take it over. Why don't you start with your story, though, Kes, because I know most people don't know yet.
And I'm going to make sure we're live because sometimes this will be funky and not work. So I'm going to jump over and make sure it's working.
Okay. Meanwhile, I will tell everybody. What?
Yeah, entertain us.
Okay, I'll sing a song. No. Check out the video that I did about 20 minutes ago, you guys. I put that we did the drawing for the challenge. So keep it up because there will be another one soon. All right, Kes.
Lisa won. Yeah, she's awesome. Okay. Thanks, Wendy, for having me. And for most of you, you guys are going to know me, that Wendy and I have worked together for a long time. She's my sister from another mother. She's just supposed to be in my life, and I love her to death. So for those of you who don't know me, though, my name is Kes Rocha, and I'm a health and wellness disease prevention practitioner. I've been in the dental field for 20 years, educating my patients the effect that sugar has on our mouth and our body. And now it's my mission to just educate, motivate, inspire all of you to start living a sugar-free lifestyle, because I really, really, truly believe that most of us are addicted to sugar. So kind of my story. I think I'm not uncommon. I think I'm like a lot of women that I struggled with my weight through my 20s and 30s. I feel like I've done every single diet. And honestly, I feel like I've learned to cheat and manipulate every single diet. Everything that I've done, I have found a way to get around it. Like, for example, when I did Weight Watchers, and I'm a lifetime member, I would save all my points, eat celery all day long, and save it so I could eat my cheesecake all night long, or my chocolate chip cookies. And it actually turned into a binging issue, and Wendy's helped me a lot with that as well. But sugar was always the root cause. And when I became a health coach and started studying nutrition and taking a lot of courses, a lot of us know this, but we don't need sugar in our life at all. And in fact, it's more addicting than it's 8 times more addicting than heroin. 8 times. It's crazy. So just with my journey, I have just really, that's my focus, is I really try to kick sugar out of my life. And I know that when I'm, craving sugar, my body's out of balance. And I think a lot of you can relate and will understand this, that you just, when you're craving sugar, there's something deeper. There's usually nutritional deficiencies. There's more emotional involvement in there. And I just feel like we can control a lot of that. And I like to start with putting in good foods. So what I teach a lot of my clients is just not just no, you can't have this, but let's start eating healthy foods to stop craving the sugar. So that's my focus.
That's awesome. Thank you. Can I have you start with why we should get off of sugar in the first place?
Yes. Okay. Well, just briefly to kind of understand this, sugar will actually deplete your energy. It makes you hungrier. It makes us moody. It makes us gain weight. It makes our skin look gross. It makes we have wrinkles. We can feel super bloated. And I know that's a common problem that a lot of people complain about, is their stomach is always feeling yucky and blah. And it's hard because sugar gives us that quick jolt, that energy. It is like a drug. It's like this rush. And so it makes us feel good for a little bit. But then we have those huge crashing depletes. And my dad, about 4 years ago, was diagnosed with diabetes. And after battling it for just a year, he died from diabetes. And Wendy and I are both in the same boat with this, that we've lost our parents to it. This is a disease that is related directly to sugar and our intake, and that we can control that. So it's become a passion of mine to help people not have to go through that process with their family members.
Wow. I get emotional when I think about our parents, because I knew your dad too. He was an awesome guy. All right. What about the how? Tell us how we can get off of sugar.
Okay. So like I was saying, I think it's important instead to add foods into our life that actually helps us so we're not craving sugar. So that's kind of my focus. And you guys will notice that I'm actually drinking this drink. And I shared this recipe on my page, and maybe I'll just link it in here, Wendy. That's okay?
Yeah, sure. Great. I think I put your Facebook group in here, but put it again too, because her Facebook group is amazing.
This drink, though, is my lifesaver. So I drink something different in the morning, and then I drink this cranberry drink in the afternoon, and this kills all my sugar afternoon cravings. So I'll put the recipe in here to help you with that. But let me kind of give you guys, I have a list of 10 foods, and maybe I'll just share 4 of those with you and why I want you to start adding these into your diet. And then I'll create like a little list that you can just download and have the rest of it so that you can reference back to that. But let me just talk to you about my 4 kind of favorites that I have. And the very first one is an avocado. This food is amazing. So we know that it's a healthy fat, but most of us don't realize that it will help so that your energy stays up and you don't have those crashing need to grab a candy bar. This is actually going to stop that. I love it because you can just slice it and spoon it out and eat it really easily, or you can throw it in your salads or put it in a shake. So it's really versatile, really, really, really good for healthy fat. So that's my number 1.
I never thought about putting avocado in a shake. Is that good?
Makes it really creamy. It's really good. Really good. And the second one is my flaxseed. I don't know if this is backwards. I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, so flaxseed. And if you guys can see that, I'm kind of in the sun. But I use this also in my shakes. I do about a tablespoon that I put in my shakes. And this is an awesome source of fiber. And it's going to help to detoxify your body. It's going to help to keep you feeling really full, which again will help to have you not have those hunger cravings. And you can put it in your oatmeal. You can put it in muffins that you're making. I have homemade energy ball, like protein balls that I will throw those in there. So I use that in everything. So that's a number 2. Number 3 is my coconut oil. And this contains a fat, which is awesome for you. This is a fatty acid, and the source of energy that you get from this is amazing. I think this is probably my number 1 curbing your sugar appetite. And I know that coconut oil has been around for a long time. People talk about it and use it for their skin, for their face, and understanding what it does for our body, it will help you curb your cravings. So that's my number 3. Add it.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah,
so I use coconut oil. It's my go-to makeup remover, and I use it when I cook too. And but I heard, I don't know, I heard somewhere that there's like conflicting studies that some people say it's good and some people don't. Have you heard that?
Yes. And I'm in a bunch of nutrition classes right now studying on it. Mm-hmm. And so when I was in dental hygiene school, they had people come in and talk to us about fluoride being good and fluoride being bad. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really important to understand when we're health coaches, because there's going to be so many conflicting things of what's good and what's bad. And I think you should always listen and then do what's right for your body. I know it's making me feel good. I know it makes me have energy, I know it makes me feel full. It gives me that satiety after I've eaten, that I am not hungry and I have to remind myself to eat, even if it's been 6 hours. So I know it's working to curb my sugar addiction. And I'm not focusing so much on weight loss. And I think maybe some of the people that are teaching don't use coconut oil. Maybe their main focus might be on weight loss, and maybe that's not as a fat, but it's a healthy fat. And my goal is to be as healthy as possible. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay. And then the fourth one that I'm going to share is my favorite spice, cinnamon. Okay, so cinnamon is awesome because it's an appetite suppressant. So you can put it on everything. You can put it on your pears. You can put it in your shakes. It's going to regulate your blood sugar levels. And it also prevents those huge high and low spikes of energy that you have throughout the day. Also, I have a lot of clients that I work with that have candida. It's an issue with your tummy with bacteria, and this will help fight that bacteria in your tummy. So that's my 4 ones that are my favorite, and I will give you a list of the other 10 that I really, really love. But I wanted to share one non-food kind of tip to help you with curbing your sugar addiction. And I've got 5 also that I'll post, but I think my favorite one that I like to teach people is to start doing something you love every single day. Because I think a lot of times, I know that my binging, and especially on my chocolate covered almonds, I think it's just because I was bored and because there was things in my life that were out of balance. And I think if you start pulling in the good, the bad goes away naturally. And so if you start doing something every day that you love and, you know, just really brings you so much joy in your life, you know, whatever it is, taking a bath, which is mine right now. I take a bath every single night, or reading a book, or, you know, I went out and put my snow boots on and played in the snow a couple days ago, just cause I needed it. And, you know, start doing some of those things in life too. We got to think about that. So those are my tips.
That is such great advice. I love that advice. Wow. I'm going to start doing that. You know, I think Eleanor Roosevelt, I think it was her, said to do one thing a day that scares you. I like your advice a lot better.
Skydive every day.
Oh, no, I've done that once, and that was plenty for me.
So I think you can see questions on your side, Wendy. I can't on mine.
All right, it's time. I can't even see who's on here. Can you? You guys, that splits the screen, so it's a little different than the regular live. So I'm not sure if there are questions or not. So let's go ahead and just post questions in the comments. Kes, I'll tag her in this. I'm going to post this in there, and then she can answer questions. And it's been amazing, awesome. And
there's people. I see Gina, Rachel.
You do?
Yeah, it like popped up on my screen.
Oh, here it is. I had to pull it up. Okay, there are. Jane says, if we ask questions in the comments, can you show them on the air? Yes. Let's see. Rachel said, where will this list be posted? It's going to be posted just right there in our.
You know what? I think I'll create a little link to. I think it'll be at keepeatingsimple.com/Wendy.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so I'll just make it easy so that you can go and just click on that link, and then it'll be just emailed to you.
Oh, I'm so glad we did this. This is such a cool format. All right, do you guys have any other questions? You know what? I do have a question, Kes. Tell us how you use those foods. Like, do you just dump them all in a shake in the morning? And how do you know how much to use?
So I worked last year with a nutritionist and a dietitian and a chef because I really wanted to come up with something that was going to really help people get off their sugar, like really repair their body. So I I'm not a nutritionist, and so I don't love meal planning. I don't love writing down my meals for the week. I love when somebody just lays it out for me and says, this is going to work. You know, this is going to repair your gut, or this is going to help you, you know, during your cancer treatment, or whatever specific health you have. And mine was specifically getting off the sugar. So when we came together, we worked with creating this program, my sugar repair program. And it's very specific meals that are laid out, but every single meal that is in there, it has something to stop your craving from sugar. So just these ingredients that I'm giving you, by taking just one of them and putting it into your normal food is going to be a great start as it is. If you need more recipes, reach out to me. I can share them with you. I think it's important in life to throw in a couple new recipes every week and try new things, and we get stuck in our ways. And I know I've eaten the same breakfast my whole life pretty much, and it's important to shake it up, especially if you're feeling yuck. If you're feeling blah and your energy's yucky, you got to try new things.
Yes, you have awesome energy. Okay, one more question. If you say you're stuck somewhere and you did not have a chance to meal plan, what do you do? What's your go-to meal?
That's like the number one question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always have almonds and an apple on me, pretty much always. But I love the little protein balls. So I have little protein energy balls that I make. I'll freeze those up, and then I take those with me. So I know that the question is, which granola bar can I buy? Which simple thing can I just run to Costco and grab? And it's a hard one to answer.
Snicker bars don't work.
No, Snicker bars don't work.
They have. That's protein.
I'm trying to give my body as many micronutrients as it has, so as many of those vitamins and minerals that it has in its natural form that I can, and trying to do it less processed. Just because that's what I've got to listen to with my body. I know there's a lot of people that can eat wheat bread and are fine. And then there's people that have gluten, intolerances or celiacs, and they cannot have it. So again, you've got to just listen to what your body is. But for me, I'm going to always kind of reach for the hard-boiled eggs and, a whole fruit. I've always told my kids, if you can't name what's the ingredients in there, I don't want you eating it. So that's kind of my philosophy. And I know the health field, there's so many different views of looking at this. I want it easy. I wanted a protein powder, but I'm going to turn to a natural source of protein faster. So I know that's not what you want to hear, but
no, that's great. Yeah, that's great. I mean, everybody's different. I think if you do that, that's awesome. I have a lot of people that are working all day or that don't cook like me. I mean, I have somebody that comes in and cooks for me because I hate it. And so I have my meal replacements that I use, and they're whole food. If you ask me, there's no preservatives or anything in there, and they save my life.
And I've used those for a long time, and I'm not gonna, say not to use those. Right. I'm just saying, like, going to the store, look at your ingredients. Don't just walk in and trust that the sugar content on that label is not going to be, most of the time it's going to be tons of sugar if it says low fat. They've taken all the fat out of it, all the taste, and so they've added sugar. So be cautious of looking at labels, really understand what you're reading. And I think that's the bigger part of it, is just understanding what you're putting in your body.
Hess's sugar repair program it's amazing, you guys. I highly recommend it, and it works. So yeah, make sure you post some information on that too. And thank you for being on here. Any last words?
No, you're just amazing. I love what you're doing in here. I love your voice. I love what you're teaching. There's so many of us that struggle with binging, and I don't think it's taught about enough. And I think we need to have a safe place to come to. So you're amazing. Thanks for providing this environment for us.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Okay, see ya.